Hello everyone, I am Kajal Jha, lecturer in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Program is Electrical Engineering Department, class EE4I, semester 4th. Course name Digital Electronics and Microcontroller Applications. Course code 22421. In a previous video, we will see that how we can construct the basic gates using the NOR and NAND gates and some problems based on that. Now we will go for the characteristics of logic families. Okay, what are the logic families present in the digital electronics and how they are classified and what are the characteristics of logic families. So let's see. Okay, that are the characteristics of logic families. Before going to that point, first we have go for the logic families. Various digital ICs available in the market belong to various types. These types are known as the families. Okay, based on the components and devices internally used, the digital IC families are named as RTL, that is register transistor logic, then TTL transistor logic, and DTL, that is diode transistor logic, and CMOS, that is complementary MOS. Classification of logic families. The two basic techniques for manufacturing ICs are first is bipolar technology and second is unipolar technology, that is unipolar devices, metal oxide semiconductor technology. The classification of the logic families are in a bipolar, the two types, that is saturated and unsaturated. In a saturated, the families belongs register, that is register transistor logic RTL, then DTL, DCTL, I squared L, then HTL and TTL. In a unsaturated, it is further classified into two types, that is Schottky TTL and emitter coupled logic, that is ECL. Then in a unipolar, there are three types, that is PMOS, NMOS and CMOS. Okay. In that, we have to see the bipolar families. Bipolar families means what? The bipolar families of the logic family circuits use the bipolar transistors fabricated on the chip. Okay, that means all the gates belonging to the bipolar family use the transistorized circuit. In the bipolar category, there are three basic families called as DTL, that is diode transistor logic, TTL, transistor logic, and emitter coupled logic, that is ECL. DTL uses diodes and transistor because the name suggests that diode transistor logic, so it uses diodes and transistor. Then TTL uses only transistor as the main elements. Then TTL has become the most popular family in the ACSI, that is small scale integration, and MSI, that is medium scale integration chips. While ECL is the fastest logic family, that is emitter coupled logic, which is used for high speed applications. In the bipolar saturated logic families, the bipolar transistors are used as the main device. It is used as switch and operated in the saturation or cutoff regions. TTL is the example of saturated bipolar logic. In the unsaturated bipolar logic, the bipolar transistors are not driven into hard saturation. This increase the speed of operation, so the unsaturated bipolar ICs such as Schottky diode, Schottky TTL and ECL, that is emitter coupled logic, are much faster as compared to TTL, that is transistor logic. All these ICs are fabricated on silicon chips using different fabrication techniques. Now, unipolar families. What are the unipolar families? The MOS family uses the fabricates, that is MOS field effect transistors, that is nothing but the MOSFETs, fabricated on the chip. So all the gates belonging to the MOS family use the MOSFET based circuits. In the MOS category, there are three logic families, namely PMOS, that is P-channel MOSFET, NMOS, that is N-channel MOSFET family, and CMOS, that is complementary MOSFET family. PMOS is the oldest and slowest type. NMOS is used for the LSI, that is large scale integration field, that is for the microprocessor and memories. CMOS, which uses a push pull arrangements of a N channel and P channel MOSFETs, is extensively used where low power consumptions is needed, such as in a pocket calculators. Okay, then classification based on the circuit complexity. ICs are also classified according to the number of components or gates in the case of digital ICs integrated on the same chip. Okay, small scale integration when we use, then it consists of 10 components, means below 10 components. Then medium scale integration, it consists of below 100 components, but it is greater than 10 components. Then large scale integration is greater than 100 components, uses most of the 100 means greater than 100 components. And very large scale integration, that is VLSI, uses the greater than 1000 components. Okay, so the classification is based on the complexity and number of components used in the IC. So now the TTL transistor logic. TTL, these logic family basic TTL gates, okay, as has improvements over the standard TTL gate. TTL gate has three different types of output configuration. First is the open collector output, second is the totem pole output, and third one is the three state output, that is it is also called as tri-state. Totem pole provide less power dissipation, but it provides the high speed of operation and high fan out. What is meant by fan out, we will see in the characteristics of logic families. Okay, then standard TTL series of logic families starts with the 7404, 74586 and 74 ALS 161. The other two families are more are for military and industrial applications. Okay, then ECL family, ECL, that is emitter coupled logic. ECL is based on the use of current steering switch realized using differential transistor pair. ECL is the fastest logic family among all, and this is due to the avoidance of the saturation, that is the hard saturation region for its application. Following are the characteristics of ECL logic families. Propagation rate is about 1 to 2 nanoseconds. Noise amenity and power dissipation is the worst of all the logic families. High level is 0.8 volt and low level is 1.8 volt, and it has differential input amplifier, internal temperature and voltage compensated bias network, either follower output. ECL gate provide both true as well as complemented outputs. Okay, next is CMOS family, that is complementary. It is a metal. Okay, by mistake it is given as a metal, but it is metal oxide semiconductor. MOS logic families has a more delay as compared to the transistor logic families. Following are the typical features of the CMOS: lowest power dissipation, excellent noise emanating, high parking density and wide range of power supply, and highest fan out among all the logic families. Now, what is the comparison of TTL, CMOS and ACL? This is the most important point point for exam purpose. In an exam, the question is arrived, that is compare ACL, TTL and CMOS. Okay, because in a logic families we have to see only these three logic families. Okay, so specification basic gates, first is TTL, then CMOS, first is TTL, then CMOS and ACL. So this is the comparison of the TTL, CMOS and ACL. Fan out is for TTL it is 10, for CMOS it is 25, and ACL it is less than, it is greater than 50. So power dissipation per gate is 10 milliwatt, then 0.1 milliwatt, and 50 to 40 to 50 milliwatt. Then propagation delay is for TTL it is 10 nanoseconds, then it is 70 nanoseconds and 2 nanoseconds. Noise margin is moderate, then it is high, and it is for low for ECL. Components used in a TTL: transistor, diodes and resistors. CMOS, MOSFET use, then ECL, transistor and resistors. Noise immunity is very good for TTL, good for CMOS and excellent for TCL. Basic gates use NAND gate, then NAND and NOR gate, and here OR and NOR gate. Circuit complexity: TTL is complex, then CMOS is moderately complex, and ECL is complex. Okay, now we see what are the characteristics of logic families. First is fan in. Okay, first is fan in. Fan in defines as the number of inputs that the gate can handle properly without disturbing the output level. Means what? The number of inputs the gate has is nothing but the fan in of that logic circuit. Okay, if the gate have the 4 inputs, then that means it can handle without disturbing its output level. So the fan in is what? 4. Okay, now second is fan out. Fan out, the number of inputs that can driven simultaneously by the output without disturbing the output level. Fan out is defined as nothing but the maximum number of inputs of the same IC family that a gate can drive without falling outside the specified output voltage limit. Means what? The fan in is nothing but the number of inputs, and the fan out is nothing but what? The maximum number of inputs that can drive. Okay, that can drive by the IC. Okay, that can drive by that IC or circuit without disturbing the specified output limit. Okay, so for example, fan out is 5 indicates that gate can drive only the supply current to at most 5 inputs only. Okay, means if a fan out is 5, then the gate can drive only 5 inputs, maximum 5 inputs only of that logic families. Then next is noise immunity. Noise immunity is the ability of that logic circuit to tolerate the noise voltage. Okay, it is nothing but the circuit to tolerate the noise without causing the output to change. Okay, means noise immunity is nothing but the ability of that logic circuit to tolerate the noise level or noise voltage. The quantitative measure of a noise immunity. What is mean by the noise margin? The quantitative measure of the noise immunity is called as noise margin. Means what? The measures of noise immunity is nothing but the noise margin. Okay, with the difference in order to avoid the effects of noise voltage, the designer adjusts the voltage level VOH minimum, that is nothing but, and VIH minimum to different levels with some difference between them. The difference between VOH and VIH is known as high level noise margin. Okay, high level noise margin, where VOH is nothing but what? Here VOH, this is right, that VOH is nothing but what? Output high. Okay, output high minus this VIH, that is input high. Okay, it is called as high noise immunity level, high level noise margin, because the second word is high. And for low is what? Similarly, the difference between VIL, that is input low minus output low, is nothing but the low level noise margin. The two types of noise margin, that is high level noise margin, that is it is denoted by VNH, noise margin high, and noise margin low. Low means what? The difference between input low and output low. Okay, and if we see for NH, then output high and input high. Okay, this is nothing but the high level noise margin. Next is propagation delay. The propagation delay of the gate is the average transition delay time for the signal to propagate from input to output. It is measured in nanoseconds. Propagation delay means what? The output of the logic gate does not change its state instantaneously when the gate of its input is changed. Okay, there is a time delay between these two time instants means what? It is the delay between instant of application. Okay, it is the delay between instant of application of the input pulse and the instant of occurrence of the corresponding output pulse. The delay in between that two instants are called as propagation delay. Okay, then threshold voltage. What is mean by threshold voltage? The voltage at which the circuit changes from one state to another state, it's called as the threshold state. It is the limit value. Then what is mean by the power dissipation? Power dissipation is nothing but the power needed by the logic circuit is nothing but the power dissipation. The average power dissipation for the standard TTL is a 74 series is approximately 10 milliwatt. Okay, it is 10 milliwatt for TTL circuit 74 series, and it is dependent on the parameters such as tolerance, then signal level. This is nothing but the power dissipation for the logic families. In other words, if we say that due to applied voltage and currents flowing through the logic ICs, some power will be dissipated in it in the form of heat. This power is in milliwatts. Okay, care should be taken to reduce the power dissipation taking place in the logic IC in order to protect the IC against the damage due to excessive temperature to reduce the loading on the power supplies. Another importance of the power dissipation is that the product of the power dissipation and the propagation time is always constant. Okay, so there if we reduce the power dissipation may lead then the propagation delay will increase in order to keep the product constant. Okay, their product constant. So usually only one power supply terminal on any IC. Okay, one power supply terminal for any IC. If we see the internal structure for the any IC, then there is only one terminal for the power supply. Okay, so this is the so here we completed the first unit of the digital electronics and microcontroller application subject, that is logic gates and logic families. Thank you.